Hey guys, it's Mel. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Well, today I've got a little bit of a Q&A video for you because since I've moved into my new warehouse, I'm getting so many questions in the comment section of my videos. But something that I'm also noticing is there's a lot of questions that are coming up for Tom, the warehouse boy. People want to know what he's selling, what he's doing, who he is. So today I thought I'm going to try and get him to answer some of those questions that you've been asking in the comment section of the videos, and I'll answer some of the questions that I keep seeing for myself as well. So let's go. Tom, the people want to know exactly what you sell in your eBay store.
CDs, DVDs, books, records, ambulance stretchers, occasional other random items.
But primarily CDs, would you say? Yep. CDs is your main category?
Yep.
How many listings did you say you've got?
125,000.
How many?
125,000.
125,000, guys. 125,000 is listed on eBay. Okay, so this next question, I'm actually going to ask Tom to answer it in his words after this. But the question was, how and when did you meet Tom? So the answer to this is about 2 years ago, I got a random message from Tom, and he'd been watching me on YouTube. So he knew that I sold books, and he was also knew that I was fairly close to him. Like, we're about an hour away from each other. So he contacted me and he was like, Mel, I've got like a whole lot of pallets of books. I think he had 18 pallets. And he's like, you know, would you be interested in coming out to the warehouse and having a look what I've got and you know, discussing whether or not you'd like to buy these? So I remember thinking, okay, well, I probably can't take on 18 pallets, but maybe like this will be like my guy where I can come out and like get maybe a pallet at a time from, and this will be like a really good sourcing opportunity for me. And I made a video on it, guys. It's on my channel. It's a couple of years ago, and I think the title and the thumbnail says something like, he offered me 18 pallets of books or something like that. And so it's pretty funny because I remember telling my kids, I was like, oh, this guy contacted me, he's got all these pallets of books. He's invited me to his warehouse, you know, out in Goulburn. And the kids are like, Mum, what, you're just going to go to some random guy's warehouse an hour away? Like, you don't even know him. And I remember in my back of my mind, I was thinking, oh, yeah, that is a bit odd, isn't it? This guy could be like a psychopath. Draw me into his warehouse. So I remember before I came out here, I was very, very thorough. I gave my older kids, you know, all the details, this guy's name, where the location I was going to. Before I got out of the car, I sent them a message saying going in now. And I remember when I got back to the car saying I'm okay. So it's pretty funny to think about that now. But, you know, you do have to be careful in these kind of times when you're a woman, you know, being invited out to a strange guy's warehouse. I did stay out here at the warehouse for quite a while, talk to Tom, talk to his workers who were out here at the time, and, you know, just made a connection and had a really good chat. And then over the next, I don't know, few months, 6 months or whatever, Tom would message me randomly. Sometimes when he'd get a big haul and he'd say, hey, I've got this haul, are you interested in buying this? We started seeing each other at some of the book fairs. We'd run into each other because we were sourcing at the same places, run into him at a few of the charity shops, and we went up to the eBay All Ears conference that was up in Sydney. I remember Tom messaged me and he said, you know, are you going to this eBay conference in Sydney? And I was like, yes. And he said, do you want to share a ride with me? And I was like, well, you know, I can't. I'm staying up there for a couple of nights. And he was just doing like an up and back day trip. But, you know, I was like, thanks for the offer. And then I guess just, you know, we just, you know, became mates. And when he heard about my situation, you know, like my marriage situation was splitting up and I had to leave my shed at home and I was looking for a space to move the books, you know, he kind of approached me and he said, look, I've got a spare warehouse. If you're interested in it, the offer's yours, the offer's there. You're welcome to move out here if you're willing to make the drive. And, you know, I can help you move your stuff in and out and, you know, it's up to you. So very, very lucky. Just, you know, really, it was a random encounter. It was just random that he contacted me. And I always say to people, make friends with other resellers because you never know what's going to come from it. Tom.
Yes, ma'am.
Come here. Okay. How did we first meet? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. We had 17 pallets of books and we didn't sell books. in any sort of big way, and we didn't want them. And I thought, who would be interested in 17 pallets of books? So I thought I'd get in touch with you because I used to watch your videos on YouTube, and you knocked me back after you came out and had a look. Well, I thought you were quite brave because here I am, a stranger on the internet, saying, hey, come out to my warehouse in the middle of nowhere. And then you came out by yourself. But it was all right because at that time I had Jackie, one of my best employees ever that was working here, a female, and that would have put your mind at ease a bit because here I am, big, gruff, angry, surly, generally ogre-like individual, and I've got Jackie there who was quite a nice, pleasant woman. So.
Yeah, she was lovely. She was lovely. And then we just kind of like struck it off, didn't we? We just maintained.
No, not really. I thought, what a waste of time. You don't take my 17 pallets. You refer to me as your book guy, but you didn't buy any books. I'm like,
Okay, now somebody asked me if I'm feeling more growth in my business since moving into the new warehouse. And I'm feeling more growth within inventory-wise. You know, like I have been able to purchase some big hauls since moving out here. I've done a lot more sourcing at a lot more book fairs, which is bringing more quality stock for me to list. So I'm definitely feeling like the store is growing, the business is growing. However, I don't feel like I've got growth yet in my sales since, you know, I took a couple of weeks off from packing down my old warehouse, my old shed, and then moving out here. I had to put my store onto time away, and then I was only here for like a week, and I had to go to Queensland for a week, so I went onto another time away, and then I came back from Queensland, guys, and I actually got COVID, which I didn't talk about, but I ended up with COVID not long ago, so I had to put my store onto time away for another week. So it feels like in the last couple of months my store has been in quite a lot of time away, and when you do that kind of time away, I feel like it's that roller coaster, you know, like whenever you take a pause on your business, it takes a couple of weeks for eBay to catch back up. And I just feel like since I've moved out here, I haven't really found my workflow yet. I've been struggling a little bit with that. I think I've got like an extra commute out here now. There's an hour commute each way to come out here. So I've got 2 hours of driving in the car every day, and just trying to juggle everything that's going on with my life and trying to find a new system and workflow. It hasn't been easy, and I just doesn't feel like I've had that real chance to grow in here yet. Hey, Tom.
yes, Mel.
How long have you been selling on eBay?
About 22 years.
Do you only sell on eBay?
No, I sell a few other areas, but predominantly eBay.
Is Facebook Marketplace the next biggest platform that you would sell on?
No.
No. Okay. You're not going to share?
No.
Righto. Okay, now somebody asked me, why do I erase the pencil mark after a book sells rather than before when I'm doing the listing process? Now, the reason for that is simply like, well, I've got a lot of books that have pencil markings in them. Like a lot of the big book fairs, they write pencil in them. So a lot of the books that I'm sourcing, they've got pencil in them. Why I don't want to erase them before when I'm listing them, because what if the book never sells? That would just be a waste of my time. It's much easier for me to just erase it quickly as I'm packing the order if it's got the eraser mark in it. I just feel like if I was to go through hundreds of books here and be erasing them all before I did it, it just feels like a waste of time, because those books could be sitting there. And obviously the intention is not that the book's never going to sell, but instead of sitting here and erasing from 200 books at a time, you know, I only have to erase from the one book as I'm packing it up. Hey, Tom.
Yes, Mel.
Do you think that using one photo in a listing is enough, or using the stock photo is okay, or the catalogue image when you're doing a listing?
No. We start a lot of our listings with a stock image, but then we upload actual photos of the actual item. It's a strong selling point for us.
You think things will still sell if you just use a catalogue image from eBay?
Yeah, things will still sell if you use a catalogue image, but I think things will sell better if you've got actual photos of the actual item. So if it's a second-hand item, I think it's absolutely essential. If it's a brand new item, yeah, people are used to stock images in relation to that, but I mean, we do actual photos of actual items. That's a selling point for us. If you only had stock photos of all your items, I think you'd probably sell less than what you actually do.
So even on your items that you sell, your DVDs and your CDs that are sealed, you're still putting in your proper photos of those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, man.
How many photos do you do for each of your listings?
Depending on the book, depending on what it is, as many as needed, really.
Do you do more if it's like an illustrated book? Do you take photos of the illustrations?
Not particularly, mainly the important features, when the book is released, any contents that might be needed for people's information.
And what about for like a sealed DVD or a CD? How many would you take then?
For a sealed DVD, normally front and back. There's not many more photos you can take.
Just the couple?
Yep. For CDs, it's normally 3 photos, unless it's a new sealed one.
Do you find books more time consuming?
Yes, they definitely take longer.
Yep. Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom. It's me again.
Yes, Mel.
There you go, you got a smile. I was going to ask you, why are you always cranky? Why don't you ever smile? Why are you always grumpy? My people think that you're always cranky.
Is that an actual question from someone?
Yep.
Tell me who it was. I'll show them why I'm always cranky.
It's a few people.
A few people. Look, I mean, I'm not a happy-go-lucky, always happy, always smiley guy. That's not my go-to. I'm normally underslept and underfed and, overworked. And that's my story.
I see you smile a lot.
No, you don't.
I do so.
You see me shake my head in disgust and walk off a lot.
Tom!
Yes, Mel.
Somebody's asked me, what type of books would you read from in my store?
Meals and Burn, chick lit, nana porn, cooking books, I suppose. Like, what else do you sell, really? What else is there? What kind of question's that?
Tom,
Yes, Mel.
I got one more question. And this is a genuine question that somebody has asked.
Right.
Okay, they want to know, do I annoy you on a daily basis?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Somebody just got a cha-ching. What do I do?
Well, there's so much going through my head, I can't pinpoint one precise exact thing. Plus, I think I'm all questioned out.
Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm really glad you're enjoying the new videos in the warehouse. I'm very grateful for Tom, who's been here to help me the whole way around. And yeah, keep the questions coming. If you like this kind of Q&A video and you'd like to see another one with some more questions in a month or two, make sure you leave me a note in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.
No more questions. No more questions.
No more questions. The comment section of my videos is flooding me with questions and asking me for tips. Every time I go to film, the guys start the truck or whatever it is, the forklift. The bloody forklifts are going to be the death of me. Oh, forklifts! Go home! Must be nearly 2 o'clock and they're off. Hey, Tom! Tom!
Yes, Mel.
I forgot the question.
Look, you got one more chance. We gotta go.
Illustrated book or a coffee table book, I would say that I've got somewhere between 12 and 18 photos going into my... For an illustrated book like this, I would... See, I don't really annoy him every single day. Like, I might annoy you, but you wouldn't have it any other way, would you, Tom?
Yeah, I most certainly would. I most certainly would. 100%. Oh, yeah.
I'm being... I didn't mean to grab you. Get in the picture.
I'm in the picture. That's all you get. I want that barrier.
I didn't mean to grab your boob.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm getting...
No, that's it.
Okay. My hair looks like...
It kind of looked messy. Just anyway, it's improved it really.
Can you come into the frame a little bit?